Hi, so I decided a couple of weeks ago that I was going to quit my job. Now, I work as a software developer, and so I can probably sometimes get away with doing freelance and that sort of thing. But I'd let a couple of things build up in terms of the the car fleet that I've got going on here, and I wanted to spend some time addressing certain things in the fleet and trying to fix some issues that I've got going on. I've got a bit of time off. I've always wanted to do a bit more YouTube. I've done some in the past, but I thought I'd give it a go, see whether the internet likes it, or hopefully also I've got some things to fix on cars. I'm not necessarily good at fixing things on cars, but I like to, any bit of feedback that I get from the internet is going to be massively useful, because it's like, as you can see, welcome, by the way, to this is my Rover Metro. It's a 1.1S in red from 1993. It's got several issues, but it is pretty perfect. Well, I love it to bits. It's my life car, I would say. I'll give you a walk around in a bit. It's currently raining. We don't have a garage at our house, so it's a lot of these things are quite weather dependent. So being able to get out and do work on the cars is given that we live in Devon, it can be quite hard to actually get the time to come out. So hopefully with me on a break from work for a couple of weeks, couple of months, hopefully that's going to be an opportunity to get some of these things sorted, and hopefully you can come along for the ride and enjoy some of the enjoy spending a bit of time with the cars like I do. I'll show you around the other cars in a bit, but I just wanted to say that, you know, I have Haynes manuals for some of these cars. I don't have a huge amount of tools. I've got bits and bobs, and I'm going to be working things out as I go. Equally, recording equipment. I've got a phone sitting on my dash here. It'll be in my hand in a moment. Please forgive the terrible quality of what you're about to see in many instances. But hopefully, hopefully we'll have some fun together, and I want to show you a couple of things that I want to achieve first. So this is sort of kind of slightly messy inside of the Rover at the moment. I'll show you on the ground here. Yeah, I need to do a bit of tidying up, because it's even though it's my pride and joy, it doesn't always get the love and attention it deserves. Right, as you can see, we've got 4 cars at the moment. This is my girlfriend Anna, her Daihatsu, which we bought. It's actually really quite good. I like small cars. That might have been noticed already, but the Daihatsu here has done 16,000 miles. We bought it with 12,000 on the clock. Oh no, 14. Apologies. And it's basically pretty immaculate. I don't know whether you can see inside. A bad rainy day, and obviously there's a weird Betty Boop sticker on the bump. This is one of my most recent purchases, which is a Daihatsu Cuore. This is supposed to be my winter runaround, but it's recently had rebuilt brake calipers, because it's quite difficult to source parts for this thing. There's quite a lot to do on this machine. It's basically my daily driver at the moment, but yeah, it's got issues and dents, and although I don't know, I'll give you a proper walk around of that at some point, and a proper drive, but it returns about 55 to the gallon, so it can be good. Now, this is Dennis. This is my Rover Metro, and he is basically quite sorted. I've rebuilt the head gasket. Obviously that went quite early on in the ownership, I must admit. I did buy a bit of a lemon in that regard. There is a bit of corrosion around the rear arches, and I probably will be
But there are also a couple of issues in terms of the way that Dennis drives. He's feeling a bit stiff and old and tired. I think I've given him a bit of a service, but I think there's lots more I can do. Many issues around that. So lack of space is a bit of one, and the other thing is I have a jack for this car for raising the wheels, and I've got another trolley jack, but I can't get my trolley jack under it, so I think I'm going to need a ramp in order to do an oil change. But you might have noticed that there's a tray on the back seat from the garden centre, which I'm hoping to use as a catch can. And then you might have noticed this. This is the Duchess, a Rover 216 Cabriolet, and that I bought in the autumn, thinking I would probably just keep it over winter and sell it in spring. Again, there are a few issues. See, it's a 1998 car. It's had a brand new leather interior. The hood's not bad. There are a few minor bodywork issues. In the wet, it doesn't look too bad, but when this boot lid is dry, it looks pretty shabby. And then I think the bigger issues, one of the first things that I want to fix during this video series, and one of the motivations for doing these videos is that I need to do the windscreen wiper motor, and I couldn't find a good video on how to do that. I think that would be a service to the community if I can figure out how. I've got the part, I just need to actually figure out how it's done, and then I can share that with everybody. One of the issues that we do have with the Duchess is I have noticed that it is losing a bit of coolant, so it's not overheating, but there probably will be issues. I mean, having already done the head gasket on this, I'm hoping that I don't have to do it on here on the Cabriolet, but it might be necessary. I'm hoping I can just catch it before that's necessary and replace some hoses or something, but try and isolate the leak. But yeah, not ideal, but you know, it's a good car, decent turn of speed, and hopefully I'll give you a video on that as well. Currently off the road on Sawn, but hopefully we can sort that out, get it insured, and put some they've all got good long MOTs, apart from the Daihatsu, which I'm using as my daily, so that probably needs to be sorted in the next week or two to get that going. We're actually going up to see Ian, or going up to HubNut, Ian Seabrook's meet on Saturday up in Staffordshire, so I'm really looking forward to showing this car off, and I don't know, hopefully meeting some people who've got an interest in very old tiny bangers. Anyway, oi, stop it, close. So hopefully you can sort of see the scale of what needs to be done, and hopefully some of these cars are interesting enough to you know, justify a bit of a small video series on them. Okay.